roster spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. About to kick it away and get this season started. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the gun, give on the inside. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 rank.
Turning it on! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Crump. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Takes a handoff. It's Asher. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Andrews. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Huge play. Puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utah! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then there he goes. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah.
Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only...
Picked off! A turnover in their own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
On the direct snap, it's Henderson. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Owens. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Asher. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Dropping back, it's Owens. Throws for the tight end. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Tight end now in motion. Handoff to the lone back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Big fullback's got it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall.
Going for it all. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And the offense coming onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move on. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Andrews. And he's brought down after a nice gain. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
From the gun, running back gets the gift. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the Utes getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Utes moving quickly to the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
on to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas A&M is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Kyle Field. One of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the shotgun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Got enough for the first. Open space at the 25. He now has 62 yards on the ground. He wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. Johnson looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got it down the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The hurry up now, second down, caught kicking. Back to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Calls his own number. Crosses the 45. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On the run, it's Asher. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Using the quick game. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Pulls and fires complete. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Utes in a good spot here with second and short. They want to run this quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes knocked down back at the 13.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got his man on the right. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking for room. It's Palmer. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. LSU right back to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Under fire. And as he throws, missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Back to throw, it's Owens. Plucks it out of the air. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He lets one fly deep. He's got it down the left. Turning it on. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, LSU.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the 2nd half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Brought down at the 1-yard line, and oh, so close to a pick six.
That keeps the score. LSU 26, Utah 14.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds a man on the left. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. Creates a little room. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
from the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On his way back from the 20. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the run, it's Henderson. Finds some fresh air. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Owens. Sends it downfield. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. He'll take it himself. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. LSU will get a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Might as well give it to him again. Running into the open space. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. He's up to 90 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Looking for space, it's Henderson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
There we go. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 25 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams.
Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah.
Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter, and I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He might want another play. Looking to throw. It's Owens. Going for the big play. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Go back on the attack. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. They get to him as he throws. Makes the grab. Tackled there by the defense.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
to the wideout.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback will keep it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 2. Coming up, 4th down.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
On to punt it away.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Great job by the running back there with the vision and patience. He sees the hole, puts his foot in the ground. He's able to get north up the field with a great burst and get the 1st down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
The Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got a man in the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And the Utes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Easy. This is a design run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Utah 21.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the USC Trojans offense will have first crack at this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Going to swing it on second down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll throw on third down. Right down the middle. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 10-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Makes the grab, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Michigan's offense will have its first possession of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
He leaves it with his back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Brings up second down.
Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Marshall. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. He wants to throw it again. On target. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Woods. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. To the air on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Michigan! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Northwestern. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, the ground game. Makes it past the marker. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Fires on the move. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So an 82-yard drive there, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Sends it back in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Complete. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wide receiver going in motion. Now the play fake. They're working that left side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Leaves it with the running back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man quickly. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Finds his man down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Wolverines line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got an open man. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Turning it on! He's now up to 58 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Wants to go up top on first down. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
The Trojans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge gain. Second down, they'll go to the air. Working the middle, it's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Gives it on the option. There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. And that's one of the ways that you can get the corner there is running the option and pitching the ball to the back.
Yeah, this defense, boy, they got to be careful in this game because it's not just going to be a heavy dose of running in between the tackles right up the middle, but they better be ready to go sideline to sideline and try and defend these option plays.
And the Trojans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the RPO, complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the running back looking for room. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot. so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Marshall. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's piled up 65 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And the Wolverines are on the move. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Wolverines will try to punch it in on first and goal. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. All down at the 7-yard line. A nice return after the pick has him in business. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And it's a pick in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
That is the easiest pick you will ever have in your life. You talk about a pick 6. Oh, he returned it, made people miss. Nope. Nice play in the end zone to catch the football, get the pick, put 6 points on the board for this defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Unloads quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. Motion from the wideout. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going right to work up top. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback. The best way to affect them is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got him. This Showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
It's complete. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. They'll immediately call timeout.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
And this just hasn't been his day, man. He's already thrown some interceptions and leaving the ball short, like just not getting to his receiver. He's got to do something to change the mojo up because right now he's not playing well, and at this rate, he might be going to the pine.
He's right downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before. Pressure coming. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Good right. Boulevard. Down to a 1-possession game. For 17. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Woods. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Off-play action on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Flushed out of the pocket.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this 3rd down situation.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. What a grab and what a quick strike in that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. To the air on 2nd down. Makes a connection. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They're going back to the ground. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's the pressure. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done it.
Flying down the right side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Trojans. He got a step and just dusted the field. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard. And that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kid Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Southern Miss. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the catch. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Runs for the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Touchdown, USC. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Michigan, 17.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Schmidt. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll pull it on the read. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And that's a first down for the offense.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Trying to bull his way in. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
5-yard line. 1st and goal.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got 1 loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated.